Hey guys, welcome back. Freddy Leckmus here, as you already know that. But I wanted to make this video quickly because I think it's super important just to kind of remind you the purpose of your dental marketing. And there are three main things that I mentioned in a previous video, but I want to kind of build on them more a little now. So the main one, and the one that you have to really focus on, is attracting new patients. Now, you can do this in a lot of different ways, on a lot of different channels, and kind of with a lot of different treatments and offers, etc. But your main goal, whether you're posting on social media, right, whether you're advertising, whether you're doing anything, is to attract patients. Otherwise, every penny you're spending is going down the drain. And most likely, it's being burnt once it's down the drain as well. So to make sure you're not wasting a single penny, you want to be careful with what your message is. You want to be careful with what you're doing. But most importantly, you want to keep it simple. You're advertising to get more patients. That's it. There's nothing else that needs to be done. There's nothing else that needs to be more complicated. That's your main goal. It's not to gain followers. It's not to gain attraction. It's not just to gain clicks on your website. It's not to gain anything other than patients. So that's what you want to do. Just get more patients. Now the other two, a little secret. The third one is going to help you get a lot more patients than you might think. But the third one is really the key in kind of rounding off the other two. And it's a part that a lot of dental practice forget when they're doing their marketing, but it's vital and it's very important. As I mentioned, it kind of rounds things up properly. So the second one that you want to make sure you're doing is attracting referrals. So obviously it has something to do with attracting more patients, but attracting referrals is slightly different in the sense that the way you're doing things isn't the same as when you're directly. So the first one could also be called direct marketing, where you're directly advertising to people to become a patient. In the second one, it's more so doing something that elicits a response from people that are already your patients to get more people through the door, right? For them to kind of build a foundation with you and build a relationship with you through having more referrals, right? From them bringing you referrals. And the main thing you want to do with this, and I want to tell a little story because there was someone who was doing a sales call, right? So big organization, you don't necessarily have to know sales that much, but big organization, there's a lot of decision makers, there's a lot of things to be done to get to the decision maker, but most importantly, there's a lot of no fits in the sense that whatever product or service people are doing, it most likely won't be a fit for the organization they're selling to. So in this case, the person who was the salesperson, right? The salesperson was selling to an executive, and this executive told him, he's like, look, John, this was amazing, by the way. I'm really glad you've been able to share the solution with me, but I don't think this is going to be working for us right now. Budgets are cut for the third quarter, and moving into the fourth, we've kind of already got solutions, so we're tied down. The salesperson completely agreed. They weren't that good of a fit right now from what it looked like. But he did say one thing, which was pretty sneaky, but it was good. What he said was, John said, amazing, that's absolutely fine, Chris. Look, we both understand this isn't working for you right now, and it probably won't work for a while, and that's completely understandable. But can you think of one or two people off the top of your head, now that you know what we offer, that might need our solution? And then Chris gave him a little chuckle, and he answered, yep, I'll see who I can think off the top of my head. Unfortunately, in this scenario, Chris didn't know anyone that might, need John's solution, but Chris enjoyed that interaction from what he said. And I follow Chris Orlob, if anyone's curious, just to see more of the story. But Chris kind of spoke about how referrals can be done if you just met someone. So this might be their first treatment. Or referrals can be done after they've had multiple treatments, multiple appointments. But it's the way you say and ask for a referral that's important. And if you're not doing this in person, you need to be doing it on social media. So the way to do that is to have a testimonial video, right, or a testimonial, and mention a story that someone has around that. So once you have that story, then you can kind of focus and hone in on it and make sure that that person can relate to the story. So I'm going to give an example real quick. Let's say you have a referral, right, that you're looking to get referrals for implants. You have testimonials of people who had implants and had that treatment, and it went very, very well. So you want to do is you kind of want to shine light on those reviews. You want to shine a light on those video testimonials. And we want to ask people, hey, especially if it's going to be your followers, do you know anyone that could benefit from this? And then most likely they'll say yes, right? And that's how you get referrals. That's the second way. So the first way is just directly marketing to get more patients. Second way is marketing in a way that gets you more referrals. And then last but not least, I apologize, by the way, for the shaky camera. Shoulders are very sore from the gym. But last but not least is becoming the authority in your space. And the way you become the authority in your space is through educating your patients. Now, Ben Atkins, not Ben Affleck, Ben Atkins focuses a lot on this. And when he talks about, he's trying to get rid of the stigma around spending time educating patients and forming relationships with them. It's not that there's a bad stigma necessarily, it's that it takes time and isn't always worth it. Now, the main point of becoming the authority is that people look for you and they look to you for the solutions to their problems. So let's say, in this case, we're looking at Mark, who's looking to get an implant. Mark has gotten his implant and he's been consistently educated about teeth whitening, about Invisalign, about a bunch of other treatments, right? Smile makeover this, smile makeover that. But he keeps coming back to you because you post the most informative videos. You post more about what the treatments look like. And so what that does is it opens eyes Mark to all the other treatments that are possible. And what it makes sure that it's doing is that it's captivating Mark by educating him. So what you're also doing in the big picture, right, on the bigger kind of side of things in dentistry, is that you're evolving the market to be more educated. And when the market's more educated, it means those who deserve to win and do better. And it also means for the patients is that people tend to have healthier teeth. Simple as that, right? So last strategy is to make sure your Instagram posts and your Facebook posts and your TikTok posts, your Twitter posts, whatever, are educational. People don't care about what you did over the weekend with your team members. You can post that every once in a while, of course, there's no harm in it, but you want to add value to the market. Your social medias aren't just ways for you to share your experience of what you do. They're there to share what you do, why you do it, and most importantly, how you can help people. That's it. So, just to round off the video, first one is to directly market to the patients you're looking for. Second one is to have referral schemes in place in the sense that you market for referrals. Last but not least is becoming the authority through education in your market to make sure that people always come to you for solutions. Now, the way to do this all together, the best way is to plan your education posts first and then create a persona around who you want to market to. Once you have those two down, the first two steps kind of become really simple. So if you're marketing for implant directly, right, if you're trying to get more implant patients in treatments, what you do then is you also build the referral around that. That way any current patients that are following you or see your posts will also try and get you more referrals. So the two strategies you're doing for the first two steps kind of intertwine. And the third one is just consistently educating patients on whatever is most important and building that and becoming more detailed slowly, but you always want to keep educating them. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I know it's a bit of a short video, late video, but I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. If you liked it, just pop a thumbs up. If you didn't, pop a thumbs down. Either way, it helps me understand what's working and what isn't. Leave a comment as well for any ideas, because I will be looking at them and I will make videos on them. Promise you that. And lastly, if you're a dental practice, independent, of course, and you can take on any more private patients, I'm thinking 100 or so over the next 60 to 90 days, then go ahead, click the link in the description. It is me trying to sell you something about getting more patients, obviously, but if you don't want it, you don't need it, that's absolutely fine. If so, if you do, click it, that'd be amazing. Get to see my handsome face again. Might look a little different, but yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. God bless you. Have a lovely day, week, weekend, whatever you're doing, evening. Take care.